taking a deep breath in preparation for what?
I don't know, but I need a haircut.
It's recipe time again.
I know. We were at Costco the other day and we got this great deal on ribs. These are back ribs and there's 2 giant slabs in here, as per usual. But it's $22.80 and you think that's a good price, but it was $5 off that. So less than 20 bucks. 2 full racks of rib. And there was a lady there that asked me if I had an Instant Pot and whether or not I knew how to cook ribs in it. Anyways, we are going to make I want to call it a Hawaiian style rib.
And we're going to do it. And apologies to our Hawaiian viewers. This is not an attempt at regional appropriation. We just think that, because Hawaiian pizza has got pineapple in there, so it's Hawaiian pizza, so why not Hawaiian style ribs? So we're just going with that and asking for forgiveness later.
Sorry. I need to go to Hawaii.
Yeah, we do. Oh, wait. I have.
There's a story there, guys.
But we're not going to share it here.
Just a reminder that the written recipe will be available to my patrons on Patreon, and you can find out more information in the description below. So let's get started. I have a... Whoa!
You had almost...
I'm starting to weigh these for you now instead of saying like a giant thumb-sized piece of ginger. This is about 3 ounces of ginger and I've taken the skin off. I am going to grate about 2 teaspoons to a tablespoon worth of grated ginger, and then I'm going to slice up the rest. So I want this for the sauce. Or you grate until your hand gets tired.
Well, that's a good indication.
All right, and then we're just going to slice up the rest. And 1 onion, just sliced. Not sliced. I'll show you. I'm just going to cut it up into 8s, I guess. We're just going to remove this silver skin off the ribs. The back of the ribs. Okay, I'm having a really hard time here.
Cut. It usually comes off in like an entire sheet.
I know. What's going on with this one? Look at that.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe. There. Ta-da!
20 minutes later.
I know. It was brutal. Now that I've got that out of the way, I am going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to cut it up into sections of 4 ribs, so like serving sections. I just want to try something different and to see if when I put the sauces on and taking it out of the pot will be easier than trying to take the full rack out of the pot.
Oh, is that what you usually do? You put the full rack into the liner?
Yeah, so usually I just coil it up like so, and then I just put it in the pot.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but today I thought, well, maybe if I layer the flavors together, whether or not they would be more infused.
Why not try it?
So I'm gonna. I need a bigger cutting board. So I'm gonna put some of the onion down at the bottom. Oh, I switched it over to my 8-quart, by the way, because I think there's these ribs, there's like a lot of them. So I thought I would use the bigger pot. So if anyone is considering buying a second pot, I've used 2 6-quarts for about 4 years, and I just recently picked up this 8-quart, and I have to say I enjoy having a bigger pot to work with during these times.
Instead of having the cram in right up to the top.
Right. I don't have to worry. Although I do find with the 8-quart, the time, it does take longer to come to pressure and longer to come down from pressure. But in any case, it still makes a lot of food in a shorter amount of time. This could probably fit into a 6-quart. I normally put 2 racks in a 6-quart, but just to be on the safe side, I'm putting in about a cup of water. And I didn't salt. Maybe I should salt. At least the top ones will be salted. Should have salted as I went, but that's okay.
It's okay.
The sauce, because it's going to be sauced in the end anyways.
Yeah.
Putting the lid on, locking it into place, making sure the sealing knob is on sealing. And I'm going to go pressure cook for 15 minutes. And in the meantime, we're going to make our sauce. I have pineapple chunks, so I am going to puree it a little bit, but you can certainly use a crushed pineapple, but this is what I had, so this is what I'm using.
Do I need to step back?
I don't know.
You might want to hold it.
Necessarily pureeing it all, but just kind of chopping it up. I don't need it to be smooth. All right, that's good enough for me, I think.
Well, that's good. You didn't leave the gas running for so long before you ignited it this time. Solid.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'm going to add my crushed pineapple. Okay, and I'm adding 1 cup of chicken broth, half a cup of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of light soy, it is called light soy, regular soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of dark soy, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, the ginger that we grated earlier. I'm just gonna cook that for a bit and see how thick it becomes. And then we may have to use a cornstarch slurry to thicken it. Okay, now that it's at a simmer, what I'm going to do is let it simmer until the ribs are done and see what thickness we have then. I've had the sauce simmering for about half an hour now, and it's still not thick enough, so I am going to add a cornstarch slurry. So I have a tablespoon of cornstarch. Just going to add about a tablespoon of water. You always want to use cold water when dissolving cornstarch, because otherwise it will just become one clumpy mess if you use hot water. Add this to your sauce. And the reason why we want it thicker is because we want the sauce to cling to the ribs when we put them in under the broiler. So just simmer that for about a minute. Okay, let's see how these ribs turned out. So it took about 23 minutes for them to come up to pressure, or for the pot to come up to pressure, which is probably about 15 minutes longer than normal. Maybe not 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes longer than a 6-quart. That's my guess. Actually, I kind of like this better. You don't have to like struggle with trying to put
An entire rack.
Actually, I'm going to put them down this way first so I can get the sauce on the back side, and then we will put the sauce on the top. They look good though. So for those of you wondering, I am using this piece of parchment paper so that it makes for easier cleanup. And if you don't have parchment paper, you can use foil. Especially under the broiler, you might want to use foil, but I prefer using parchment.
Because Flo likes to, you know,
live dangerously. Well, so long as you don't have any parchment sticking up, it's not going to catch on fire.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Famous last words. I'm just going to spoon it over. I wonder if I should just do this side first, put that under the broiler, and then do the other side.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that. Okay, I'm gonna put them under the broiler for a little bit, maybe 3 to 5 minutes, then pulling it back out, and I'm gonna do the other side. All right, now this was 5 minutes under our broiler, and I'm gonna flip it, and we'll do the other side. They smell so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, smell-o-vision would be really cool.
Oh, the sauce is doing a great job at sticking to the meat.
Mm-hmm. It's partly the pineapple too, right?
Yeah.
But also the cornstarch. All right, back into the oven they go. They look so good, and they smell so good.
Hmm. You gotta make sure that sauce does not go to waste, honey.
I know. We'll make sure we spoon it on. I'll just put yours on a plate by itself. And now it's time for...
Woohoo! Oh, you're filming. Oh, it's just taking in the fine fragrance of the meat.
You didn't say the taste.
Oh, the taste. Yes, thanks for getting the extra sauce. Oh boy, I don't know if you can see, it's the usual texture of ribs.
So they're not completely fall off the bone. They just have still a little bit of tug on them, which is what I like. I cooked them for 15 minutes, but if you want them fall off the bone, 18, 20 minutes will give you fall off the bone.
I'm gonna put a little bit of extra sauce.
I used up all the sauce from the pot on the ribs, and then I scooped up the sauce that was caramelized on the pan under the broiler.
Hey, you're interrupting the flow of the taste here. Is it gonna be hot?
No, I don't think so.
Whoa. I like the depth of the flavors you built into the sauce. You didn't like liquefy the pineapple, so it still got the texture in there. Mm-hmm. It's different from the usual barbecue sauce. Mm-hmm. And dare I say, do I get the feeling like I'm in Hawaii?
I hope we didn't insult all our Hawaiian watchers.
We love you guys. We're gonna visit one day and it's gonna be dope. That's all I gotta say.
All right. Thanks, dude. I hope you enjoyed another take on the Instant Pot ribs. Remember, all the tools that I use in my videos can be found in the description below, and every time you buy one, it helps the channel. And if you are looking for my recipe books down here, please subscribe to my channel, and other videos are down over there. Till next time, be simple, ordinary, and joyful.